Hi guys, I'm Andy with Vision Minutia Sports, and these are my uniform rankings for the upcoming 2026 UFL season. Overall, I gotta say this is a great looking league this year, with one exception, that being my number 8 team, the Orlando Storm. This is a team that has an orange and purple logo that's kind of giving me Frankfurt Galaxy vibes, but while they could have done something fun with it, they decided to simply put the logo on a plain black helmet with plain black home uniforms, and this just makes me sad. With these colors, I wanted to see the team go for it. Go full purple at home, go full orange highlighter on the road, heck, even go with a purple sparkly helmet. Just do something, but because they didn't, they're my 8th place team. At number 7, I've got the Birmingham Stallions, a team that darkened their red from last year and put that red on the helmet, with going with full champagne uniforms at home, and this uniform just makes me a little bit sad. While I love champagne and think it's an underused color, I think last year's uniform did it a lot better, a lot more tastefully. If you look at them, they had champagne helmets with a lighter red jersey and champagne pants. And while I think this year's uniform could have been helped out quite a bit by going with red pants, it wouldn't have been near enough to move them up my rankings, and that's why I have them at number 7. At number 6, we have a brand new team to the league, the Columbus Aviators. They rock a dark blue that's somewhere between navy and royal, with a lighter blue secondary color and red for accents. Their number font is this really fun cartoonish font that has a red drop shadow on it. Their helmet is a light blue that has a little bit of metallic flake to it with a cartoonish logo on it. And overall, this is a solid minor league football uniform. It just doesn't do as much for me as the uniforms further down the list. That said, this is still a great looking uniform, and in most leagues, this would be one of the top 2 uniforms, just not the UFL this season. My number 5 team, we have the DC Defenders, a team that has a white helmet, red primary jersey, and white pants. One uniform detail that I do have to show some love for is if you look at their stripes on their shoulder with the 2 stripes down beneath and the 3 stars above, it's actually pulled from the city flag of Washington, D.C., which is actually pulled from the George Washington's family coat of arms. Overall, this is a clean uniform that keeps it simple, and it rises in my ranking, just not high enough to crack the top 4. At my number 4 spot, I've got the Dallas Renegades, a team that has arguably the best logo in the league. They rock a dark helmet this year with a light blue primary uniform that they've used for a while. Another detail they keep that I love is they have this really cool hyper modern number font that has a red stripe going through it that they've kept consistent. The only downgrade they have from last year's uniform is last year they had a light blue helmet with a bandana thing going on top that I look better. But overall, this is a team that's kept a consistent visual identity that is distinctly theirs, hyper modern, and looks cool on the field. And for that, they're my number 4 team. At number 3, we have a rebranded team. Last year, we had the Houston Roughnecks, who, if you're going to dress like this, just call yourself the Houston We're from Texas. But that didn't work so well, so they decided to rebrand the team to the Houston Gamblers, similar to what they used back in the UFL days, back when Jim Kelly played for the team. And they modernized the logo, putting a outline of the state of Texas on a black helmet with a G in the middle of it and a star where Houston is. Overall, I think this uniform is going to be the most popular uniform in the league. If you look at the jersey, it's got a number motif that looks like it's ripped straight from a Wild West saloon. The shoulder has my favorite uniform detail of the whole getup, which is a poker chip with an H inside of it. The pants have yellow and red striping with diamonds down the middle of it. Overall, I think this is a black uniform that let the red and yellow shine, and while it might be the most popular for most people, it's just not my number 1. At the number 2 spot, I've got the St. Louis Battlehawks, a team that has a dark blue home uniform and a silver away uniform. They have a number font that's similar to what you would see on a naval battleship. Another cool detail they have on the shoulder is if you look at there, they have the Arch of St. Louis on there in silver on the blue uniforms and blue on the silver uniforms. And their helmets, while they're still the cool 2-tone silver with blue face mask, they do have a slight downgrade from last year. If you look at the feathers on the helmet last year, they were spread out a little bit more. And this year, they're not spread out near as far, and I don't think it looks quite as good. But overall, it's still a solid uniform where the sum is greater than the whole of parts. And for that, they're my number 2 uniform going to the league this year. And my number 1 spot, I've got the Louisville Kings, a team that is going to be located in Louisville and is named in homage to Churchill Downs, where the Kentucky Derby is held every year. If you look on the shoulders and down the side, you see diamonds similar to what jockeys would wear. And they also have a hyper-modernized fleur-de-lis on the sleeve as well, a touch that I really like. But I gotta admit, I'm based. This is a team that took my 3 favorite colors, dark green, lime green, and silver, colors that I wore on my own pro uniform, and did something that the Orlando Guardians a few years back couldn't do, which is make a good uniform with my favorite colors. And for that, I put them at my number 1 spot. And if I'm wrong, let me down in the comment section and let me know what your favorite uniform is. Until next time, I'll see you guys around.